Well, to say it's been a wet morning, especially northwest Arkansas, would be an understatement. We've seen quite a bit of rainfall, really no matter where you live in the area. So here's some of the 24-hour rain totals. This does date back a little bit to yesterday afternoon's rain, but most of this is from last night and through this afternoon. You can see up to 4 inches at Drake Field there in Fayetteville, about 3/4 of an inch in Fort Smith, 1.5 inches in Poto, just over 2 inches in Rogers, and just under 1.5 inches in Exonay. Some other rainfall totals: Siloam Springs at about 4.25, Clarksville over 4, Ozark at just about 2 3/4, Eureka Springs at 2.2, and Alma there at about 1.8. The heaviest has really been kind of stretching through Delaware County here into Adair County, through West and Benton County, so including Siloam Springs, through Central Washington, including the greater Fayetteville area, then into Madison, and then especially Johnson County, where Clarksville had that 4-inch mark. So you can see this heavy band kind of setting up. We talked about, again, there's going to be that heavier band, and of course, there's still rain going on right now. Now, the heaviest is done in northwest Arkansas. We're going to see maybe light to moderate rainfall. We're seeing a little bit of those yellows there in southern Washington, but the heaviest is done for now. Where we are going to watch for some heavier rain is going to be south of I-40. You can see just east of McAllister, moving through LaFleur County, through Scott County right now, and into much of Logan County as well. So we'll kind of go through the area. You can see a lot of those greens and yellows. We're allowing things to settle down a little bit. We're not going to see this, massive uptick in rainfall anymore. We still could see, again, some pockets of moderate rainfall, still seeing a little bit of yellow there pop up, but the worst of it is over for northwest Arkansas. And generally speaking, I don't think we're going to see as heavy rainfall as we had this morning, no matter where you are, but still the heaviest is definitely going to be south of I-40. Again, you can see it stretching through Poto right now. A little bit of a bubble here. So you notice that Emily Moss, she was driving north I-49, kind of in Crawford County. There's a little bit of a hole here, so it was pretty dry conditions, but basically everywhere else is seeing quite a bit of rainfall, and again, could create some of those slick conditions. Now, I did zoom in here to show you the flash flood warning, but it has now been allowed to expire. Actually, it's been canceled in the Johnson County area, so good news there, again, as things are diminishing, especially now. You can see in Franklin County a little bit of that hole. But overall, here's the setup. So we've had this boundary, this warm front, and basically with upper portions of the atmosphere moving from the northwest, we have northwest flow kind of steering the rain, and it's interacting with this warm front. So basically, they're combining to say, all right, here's the gas tank, here's the lever, and it's just going to sit there and fuel storms. That's why we had so much rainfall. Now, this is going to continue to move off to the south. You're seeing these winds kind of spin counterclockwise, continue to move off to the south, and that's why, again, behind it, since it's not necessarily interacting with that boundary, we're going to be okay. Now, they did remove the level 1 risk for strongest thunderstorms just because it's arriving a little bit earlier than expected, which is great news for us. I think we're just going to stick with heavy rain, but still could see maybe some brief gusts at about 20 to 25 miles an hour, but it's not going to be anything too crazy. So here's futurecasting. We're continuing to see that move off to the south. So here's 3 o'clock, still seeing some moderate to heavy rainfall in the area. And then by 6 o'clock, I think we're seeing a lot of that out of the region, maybe some kind of scattered showers at best through the overnight hour, especially south of I-40. But I think after 10 o'clock, we're mainly done. And through the day tomorrow, can't rule out a stray shower, but again, I think we're going to be pretty dry. It is going to be a little bit of a cloudy day, but it's going to be warmer. Temperatures will be in kind of the mid to upper 70s range, but it's going to feel pretty nice. In terms of additional rainfall, again, maybe a couple tenths of an inch here in northwest Arkansas. Maybe you can see about 1 inch to 2 inches in the River Valley. We'll see again how long that heavy rain lasts. But again, for the most part, things are starting to wind down northwest Arkansas. Still ongoing, though, in the River Valley. Again, maybe a stray shower for tomorrow. Otherwise, for Saturday, going to be a gorgeous day for the opener. High temperatures in the low 80s. And then really for the rest of the week, Labor Day weekend, whatever you're doing outside, whether it's high school football Friday night, the Razorback game Saturday, or you're just sitting on your front porch having a cold one, it is going to be in excellent conditions no matter what you're doing this weekend. Morgan.
Thanks, Danny. And now we'll look back again at the road conditions. 5 News reporter Emily Moss is out on the roads right now. Last time we checked in with her, she was in Crawford County where it wasn't currently raining, but I think headed back towards Washington County now. Emily, tell us where you are, what you're seeing right now.
Yeah, good afternoon, Morgan. I am on I-49 northbound. We are now between Greenland and West Fork in Washington County, and it's a completely different picture than what we saw in Crawford County. Giving you a look here, the rain is coming down a lot harder than we saw. You can see those drops collecting to the camera on top of the car. You can see in front of us quite a few cars, again, with no lights on. We want to make sure you're turning your lights on. We're also kind of seeing them follow very closely. It's especially dangerous if you follow closely in these conditions. You may trust yourself as a driver to be able to drive in the rain, but you can never trust the person driving next to you. So you want to make sure you're giving yourself enough reaction time, enough room between vehicles, so if something were to happen, if they were to go into your vehicle, you would be able to have enough time to pull over. Essentially, the message of the day here is making sure that you're following those safe driving rules that you learned all the way back when you first get your license, and just making sure you take the rain at ease, don't panic, but with things in mind to make sure that you're keeping you and your others safe.